Hey everyone, it's Ali here from Tech Gurus once again, and in this tutorial we're going to be looking at pages. Now if you haven't seen the previous tutorial, I've just linked it above there. This was about posts. Posts and pages are very similar. Common question that's always getting asked is difference between posts, different pages. When should I do posts? When should I do pages? Just think of pages more like working for a service-based website. So let's say like you're got a client or maybe even your own in plumbing, electrician, dentists, these types of service-based websites. We used to do like web agencies, things like that, even e-commerce websites. The pages, the actual where you look at the pages, they're created through WordPress pages. Posts are always more about blogging, article writing, interactive commenting. They're a lot different. Normally when you go to Google and look for the top 10 hosting accounts or the number 5 best software used for WordPress or whatever you're searching for, normally these are displayed as blog posts. There'll be a lot of information about them, about a particular topic. Pages are more service-based. They're more used. What I would use them more, like Tech Gurus, for example, has a couple of pages, but mainly it's posts because we're working with in interaction. We want to create discussion. We want to have a community. So we're using more posts. Pages are home, about, contact, FAQ, privacy policy, terms and conditions, these types of things, shop pages, shop category pages. So let's dive in here and I'll show you how to create pages. Okay, so inside of the dashboard here, we're going to come down to pages and you've got two options. You've got all pages or add new pages. I'm just going to click on pages. And again, with a fresh install, you're displayed with this Hello World page, demo page. Again, as always, you can delete out these Hello Worlds. I am a serious fan of keeping your admin clean. You're going to end up with so many pages, so many posts, that if you get this messy and too many imagery and not using correct imagery and not deleting out old imagery or pages or posts, your WordPress website's going to suffer. So everything, I only ever have what I'm using inside of my WordPress. So inside of this Hello World, we will eventually just delete it. Again, as in all different parts of WordPress, you always have these options at the top here. You also have screen options, which allows you to turn off either author, comment, or date. So I can just click on that. You'll notice that they get disappeared. I can bring them back if I want. I can choose how many pages are in one particular page on this admin area. So if I want more than 20 displayed, I would just add them. Compact view, extended view. You can choose how you want it to look. So I can choose apply for the extended. Again, you can do bulk actions such as bulk edit or bulk move to trash. Bulk move to trash is the best thing when you're working with so many pages. You can delete out stuff. Maybe you're creating fake pages to start with to send someone. So you can just bulk action. You can choose bulk action and then you just select the pages that you want to delete. And then you just click apply. Again, you can filter by when a page was created, which month. Over here, again, you have search pages. So you can just type in the page that you want. So if you knew what name to put in there, you could just type it. You just need to make sure you search for the title. The title of the page will display the page once you choose search pages. When you hover over Hello World, you have different options. Depending on what plugins you're using, you might have more options here. You might have Elementor, you might have Duplicate, you might have different types of options that you can edit a page with. That will get displayed underneath here. You have edit, quick edit, trash, and view. So you can click on quick edit. Just come in here, you can change titles, you can change slug. Remembering slug is the URL of the actual page. And it doesn't have to be the same as the title. It can be anything you want. Just make sure there's no spaces. If there is a space, you just fill up that space with a dash there, okay, with a hyphen. Changing the date, but we'll talk about more of that. And you can choose certain templates that you want to assign it to. But normally what I do is if I want to edit, I actually come into the edit section. You can view it so I can see what it looks like by just control clicking on view and it will open it in a new tab. I'm just going to delete that for a sec. And then you can come into edit. So I'm just going to click on edit. This will open it up. And this is similar to posts. This is the latest WordPress installation. So this is a 2021 installation. You have different options for creating your pages. You can come in here. You can have paragraphs. You can add quotes. I don't generally use this type of creation for creating my page content. I find it very limiting. I prefer to use drag and drops. I prefer to use these, especially Elementor Pro, which we're going to do a whole course on, which is the best thing I've ever seen. But generally, when you're working inside of this, it's limiting. I don't like the way that you create pages inside of this. So we won't actually be showing you how to do this, but we will be showing you is how to create websites with Elementor. But if you want to come in here and add stuff, you can come in, you can add imagery, you can add videos. I mean, you have full control over stuff. It's just creating the style, stretching it out 2 columns, one bigger image, one smaller image, creating funky effects, hover effects. These types of things can become a little bit more complicated. And because we're trying to create WordPress tutorials, it's going to make your life easy and quick, where you can produce websites in a lot quicker pace. We're not going to be using this as a way to do that. We're going to be using Elementor. Like I say, we'll be talking about that later. Up here again, you can have switch to draft, preview, update. Update is once you've made an edit, you can just click update and it will update it. You have your clog, which opens and closes this right panel here. Inside of this right panel, you have pages, shows you what it is. The page is public, published. You can move this page to trash if you don't want it. Normally, I would do that from the previous page. Shows me how many revisions I've done. I can click on these revisions and it will show me. Brings me into the area where it compares. I'm going to go back to the editor. Permalinks, again, here is the URL, but as mentioned, it could be something that's different. It doesn't have to be the same as the title. Often it isn't. Going to come to, again, you can add featured image. Featured images for this page, up to you. You can create it here just by clicking on it. You can upload files, grab it from your computer, things like that. Discussion is, do you want comments on a page? I don't normally put comments on an actual page. I have done in the past a few different projects I've worked on for clients, but normally pages are more about information, like the services of a particular niche or product or company that you would create a website for. Page attributes, we dive into this a lot later on when developing actual websites. We can choose layout wise, have a header, don't have a footer, things like that, full width, half width. We can decide those and we can create orders for them. So I'm just going to come out of this. If you wanted to update any changes, click on the update again. To come out of this, you can just simply come to this W on the left, click that. That will take you back to this main section. Now, a common thing that people talk about is categories. Where are categories located for these pages? So when you create a page, in theory, you're actually creating the category for it. I'll show you how you can add it through using top navigation. So for example, if I come up here and I add a new page, and I call this Contact Us, I'm going to publish this. Then I'm going to come back again and I'm going to choose another one. See, this is what I name pages. I name like About Us. I might choose Publish. Generally, when I create websites, I like to create some pages first, just a few, just so that when it comes to stylizing links and making it look like good, I want to have some pages. I'm also going to check that and I'm going to move that to trash. Just so you're aware that when you move something to trash, doesn't mean you've deleted it completely. You actually have to come into trash and then click on this and choose delete permanently. You'd click on this if you had multiple. If you only have one, you would choose delete permanently. The great feature that has saved me so many times is restore it. So I can actually click restore, and what this does is this brings it back inside of the pages section. I've done this by mistake where I've trashed something by mistake when I was doing the bulk trashing. And it's so happy that they have that feature where you have one more step until it's completely deleted. Otherwise, it's such a headache. I'm just going to choose trash again, come to the trash, delete permanently because I don't want that on my website. So at present, I have a couple of new pages. Now, the categories of these pages, they're when I create my top navigation later on, when we go into menus, to find out how to create menus and how to create these to be categories, there'll be a little link above. Just click on that and that will take you to the navigation menus tab tutorial that I've created there to explain now how you can call upon these different categories, these different page names, and use them as categories so that when someone comes to your website, inside of the top navigation bar, for example, which would be displayed up here, you can have home, about, contact us, or any other page that you created. This is how you display them up the top here by using navigations, which is in another tutorial, which you can connect to above. So that's how you create pages. That's how you add pages. That's how you delete out pages. Pages are awesome. You're going to end up with lots of pages. Again, just think of them as service-based, information type, like client type of pages. Home, about, contact us, FAQ, these types of pages. So any comments that you have, just leave them below. If you're not sure about something, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. We're always trying to grow it. Click the like button if you're really enjoying these tutorials. And if you want to be notified when the next lot of great tutorials come out, just simply click that bell and it will let you know when we're adding content, because we're going to be adding a lot of it. Take it easy, guys and girls. I will catch you in the next tutorial. Laters.